Good morning, pre-K. Today, we're going to learn about then and now, or another way to say that is past and present. And you might be asking yourself, what is past and present? Don't worry, because I'm going to teach you. So, today we're going to understand how people lived in earlier times and how things would be different today. So, say, I know how things changed. That's really all we're doing is seeing how things used to be and how things are now. And I know we've learned about George Washington and Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King and Thanksgiving. And I know that we kind of know that how they lived back then isn't how we live now. So first, let's look at this picture. And I see two pictures. What do you notice about these pictures? I noticed in the first picture, I see some wagons, and I don't really see wagons anymore. In the second picture, I see cars. In the first picture, people seem to be wearing different clothes. They have a lot of these like bowler hats. See how their hats are round? People aren't wearing those hats anymore. These people have like baseball hats. I see a lot of bicycles. I don't see any bicycles in this picture. I see a lot more buildings, a lot more. See how there's at these signs, these big posters for different restaurants and different shops, and this one doesn't have any. So I also noticed that there's a lot of lights, and this one's in the daytime, but I see this little street lamp here. And then I see a really tall street lamp that I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing the light posts that are really tall and they glow. And these look different. So this first picture is a picture of the past. That's how people used to live. And I know it's the past because we don't ride around in horses anymore, right? And we don't wear these hats. We don't dress like this anymore. Look at this lady with her long flowing skirt. And even though we might wear skirts now, our skirts look different. So our clothes are different now. And then this picture looks more like what I would see today with a lot of cars, the way people are dressed. She has shorts on. No one's wearing shorts in this picture. So that's how I know if things are in the past or present. Past means it was a long time ago before we were born, and present is how we live now. So now we're going to sort. And so we have to get out of the PowerPoint and we're going to look at this and we're going to sort them by then and now, right? Then is in the past when we weren't alive a long time ago, and now is the present. Those are synonyms. That means the same thing. And I know when we sort, we put things that are alike together. So we're going to put all the things that are in the past a long time ago together and all the things that we see now on another side together. And I look at this first picture and I can make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. Oh, I noticed they have those funny hats that I don't see anymore. I see a horse and carriage and a wagon. I see an umbrella. And I don't really see those things anymore. So I know that those things are in the past. That's not how we live anymore. That was a long time ago. Then I can look at this. What is this? This is a car. I bet you've been in a car before. Maybe your mom has a car before. Maybe your mom drives you in a car to school. And so, since I know that I use cars now, I'm going to put it on the now side. It's present, it's something we use right now. I bet you know what this is. What is this? An iPhone. And your mom or your aunt or your dad or your cousin probably has an iPhone or a smartphone. Maybe they have a different type of smartphone. But I know you probably play with your mom's smartphones, right? And we touch the screen and there's apps on them and we can text people and we can call them, or maybe you like to FaceTime people that are away from you. And they couldn't do that back then. That's a new thing. Even when Miss Luciano was little, we didn't have phones like that. So that is present. That is something that we use now. Oh, you might never have seen this before. This is an old phone. So a long time ago, when people would use phones, they would have to hold it and there weren't any numbers. They couldn't call people. They'd have to call an operator. And they would say, operator, I would like to talk to my mom. Or I would like to talk to Johnny, and the operator would have to connect you. So you couldn't text. Do you think you could watch videos on this phone? No. Do you think you could play games on this phone? No. So do we think this phone would be something we use now or something that was in the past? Yeah, this phone was used in the past. It was used back then, not now. Now look at this. Do you know what this is? This is a candle. And we might use a candle now. We might use a candle if the power goes out or on our birthday or to make our house smell good. So we do use it now. But in the past, they didn't have electricity. You know how you have a switch and you can turn your lights on or you can turn your lights off, and maybe you have a night light that you plug into the wall? That's all because of electricity. And they used to not have electricity, and they would have to light their house with candles. And so, even though we use candles now, we're going to put it in the past side because they used to have to use them a lot more. They used to have to use them. And now we just use them when we want to use them. We don't need them. But what is this? This is a lamp, and I see that there's a cord. And there's a cord because it plugs into the wall to get electricity. And we just talked about how they used to have to use candles because they didn't have electricity. And now we do have electricity. So that is something for now, the present. We use lamps now. A long time ago, when I was little, we had lamps. They've had lamps for a while, but a long time ago, they didn't have lamps. So things that they used to use are horse and carriage, these old phones that needed an operator, and candles to light their house. Now we ride around in cars for transportation. We use iPhones to communicate with people. Communicate means to talk to and connect. And we use lamps to light our house or light bulbs. So say, today we learned how things change over the time, and we practice sorting. Thumbs up if you know how things are different now than they used to be, or a thumbs down if you're still a little confused. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to find a piece of paper, and you're going to fold it in half. And on one side, you're going to draw the past. So maybe you want to draw, I'll show you the picture, the old phone. Maybe you could draw a candle. Maybe you want to draw a horse and carriage, or you can think of something in your own mind that you've learned when we learned about Thanksgiving or George Washington. And then on the other side, you're going to draw now. You're going to draw your own picture, and you can use my examples, or you can think of your own of something that you really like at your house that you don't think they had back in the past. So you learned about the past and present and how things have changed from then to now, and you're going to draw a picture of something that you know has changed. Thumbs up if you can do that. Kiss your brain. Great work, and I'll see you next time.